All right, everyone. So I am the chocolate and God is the thunder. Because of that, I'll never go under. So what I am making today is a plant-based meatloaf. And what I am actually using is my Beyond Beef to make this greatness. Okay, so you see it? It looks all bad. Okay, don't look too appetizing. That's fine. I'm done with it. We're gonna see. Okay. So to make my meatloaf, this is what I like to use. Okay. I like to use some sofrito. Sofrito is good to use in many different things. Okay. And for the plant-based meatloaf, it definitely works. Okay. Okay. Then I like to use these wonderful crispy onions from the Dollar Tree. Some of them up in there. Okay, that just helps because remember this is not real meat, so the y'all see there helps to bond it together. Okay. Then we have some of my red pepper that I like to use. This is actually just it's a piece that came out of the refrigerator, so it was already washed and all that great stuff. Okay. Now, just because this is plant-based, that does not mean that I'm seasoning it with a bunch of salts and all of that, because I'm not. Don't need to. All right. And even though I have those crispy onions in there, I'm still going to put my regular onions. Okay. Because I like my regular meatloaf to have onions in it. So, I like my plant-based to do the same. And we're having this with some of that leftover dirty rice that I made for Thanksgiving. That's like the only thing that's left anyway. Very little bit of mashed potatoes. Let's see, what else is left over? A very small bit of baked ziti. Very little bit. So my kids definitely, we definitely made sure to eat that food, which is good. Because by day 3, people are tired of Thanksgiving food anyway. By like the 3rd day. That macaroni and cheese I made came out so good. I gotta make that again because it was so good. That smoked Gouda cheese, whew! I will never make macaroni and cheese without smoked Gouda cheese. Never. That smoked Gouda cheese takes it to another level. Oh my goodness, a delicious another level like that. Okay, so then we're gonna do our onions. Let's see here, I like mine to be nice and oniony. Probably should have got a bigger bowl, but I'm gonna make this one work. Okay. Nice, gotta have them onions for your meatloaf, honey. Onions just make the meatloaf taste so nice. And I'm gonna make my sauce that I put on my meatloaf, but it's really a secret, so yeah, I can't be displaying all of the ingredients for my secret sauce because it's so good. It'll cost people to make money off of it, and I want to be making money off of it. I don't want everybody else making money off my sauce. No. Off my meatloaf sauce. No. Let's see here. Got a little bit of red cayenne pepper to help give it that hop. It gives it a hop. Okay, then we gotta make sure we put our egg in there. That egg is so important. Okay, now don't get no eggshell in it. And I use 2 eggs. Let me show this again. Beyond Beef plant-based ground. Okay, it's really great for meatloaf. I go back and forth. I use the Impossible plant-based ground for one thing, for certain things, and then I use this one, the Beyond Meat, for other things. Okay, let me get another Okay. Let's see here. This white thing on my eggs. I don't like that ugly thing. It look ugly. Come on here now. Come on. Get out my eggs. Jesus. Okay, good. Get that nasty thing out of here. Okay, so now before I add my tomatoes in, I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and mix it. Wait, I gotta put some more seasoning stuff in here too. Okay, but I want y'all to see just how to mix it. Okay, wait a minute. We're not done. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Let's see here. Put a little bit of salt. Okay, put a little bit of pepper. Let's see here. I got my seasoned tomato sauce that I like to put up in here. And the seasoned tomato sauce is by Hunt's. It's meatloaf sauce, but that's not what I put on top of my meatloaf. Oh, no. I make my own sauce to put on top of my meatloaf. Let's see here. And it's good too. I could tell y'all this much. The base of it is ketchup. Okay, that's the base of it. All right. Oh, what am I putting in there? I'm sorry, y'all. Garlic and parsley. Okay, I like to use that. That is such a great seasoning to use. It really is. I'm debating on if I should make some cornbread. We got the pepper. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and open this Hunt's not plant-based, but this seasoned tomato sauce. Now don't pour the whole can in there. No. Pour some of it in there. Okay, just some of it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just put some. I do my can top like that for a reason. I'm not using the whole thing, so. Oh God, I got tomatoes. Let's see here. Okay, so this just makes the meatloaf so nice and flavorful. It really does. Okay, then you just take your time and mix everything up. Just mix everything up good. See that? See how nice that is? And you could get a bigger bowl, a little bit bigger than this, like one size bigger than this. Okay, and one thing I like to put up in anything ground beef that I use, my spaghetti, my chili. This is my very much secret recipe right here. This is the secret right here. So I'm going to clean off that counter. Like stuff on the counter. Okay, let's, wait a minute. Go ahead and get that off and then we'll put it back. All right, so I like to use that, put Put a little bit of syrup in here, just a little bit. Let me tell y'all something. This lady I used to work with many years ago, she was she was born in America, but her family nationality was Greek, and she told me that that's one of the best things to put in ground beef. I'm really giving y'all the secrets today. And I also put some of this. I can't have a meatloaf without this. I can't. So I put some of this in there too. That's right. I'm bringing out all the stocks. Okay. That makes the meatloaf taste so good, whether plant-based, whatever. This makes your meatloaf taste so good. And some people like to use the beef one. I've always used the onion mix one. The onion one. Some people like to use the beef one. I think they have a beef one, but I always use the onion one, even when I did eat meat. Another thing I like to put in my meatloaf is a little mustard. It goes a long way. Trust and believe. Don't knock until you try it. Okay. Let's see, my meatloaf is slamming, so I know what I'm talking about. Let's see, I'm confident about that. Okay, so you want to make sure all the ingredients is very well mixed in here. And it's plant-based. You're probably like, well, how long do you cook it for? 35, because I preheat my oven, so about 35, 40 minutes, and I make sure to check on it. So you want to make sure all of your ingredients are very much mixed in with the fork. Don't use no blender and all of that. Using a fork is just fine. You don't need a blender. You don't need a hand mixer and all of that. You need a good old fork. See? And you can use this, like I said, for a regular meatloaf recipe, a meat-based meatloaf recipe with ground beef. You could use these same ingredients, of course, minus the plant-based ground, because you're gonna have regular chopped meat if you eat meat. Okay, so everything seems to be very well blended together. Okay, and I might just go ahead and put the rest of that on and crispy onions. Because that's gonna help bind it. You see what I'm saying? It like almost like replaces the breadcrumbs. You see they got little pieces of onion peeling in here. What's wrong with these people? See how well I'm mixing all of those ingredients in? Don't rush this. Take your time and do it. And see how well I'm mixing them in there? That's how it should be done, because you want to definitely make sure that egg is well mixed in here. You can add a can of tomatoes if you want to. You can add fresh tomatoes or a can of tomatoes if you want to. It is solely up to you. Okay, let's see. For diced green tomatoes and chiles, you can do that if you want. Let's see here. Tomato sauce I don't have to add, because remember the Hunts took care of that for me. That meatloaf sauce is good to have. It took care of all of that for me, so I don't have to like, oh, I gotta put some more you know, whatever. No, I don't. Let's see here. I gotta put some more what's that? I gotta put some more tomato sauce in there. No, I don't. did have some tomato. Like I have the chilies. I usually have like a small can of tomatoes. Oh, I do. I know I do. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, but I always have a small can of diced tomatoes. You know, a couple of cans actually. Yeah, with green chilies. See, it's right here. Put some of that in there. Okay, not the whole can now. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Okay, so yes, if y'all guessed that I had to drain some of that juice off, yes, I did. Okay, yes, I did. What you want to do is make sure you just take a spoon of that out. Take a spoon of it and use a spoon. So that way you don't get all that juice in your, you want some, of course you want some juice in your meatloaf, but you don't want no water down type of meatloaf. So you could do that. That's fine. All right. And if you don't like tomatoes, you know, don't put no tomatoes in there. Don't put no diced tomatoes in there if you don't like it. But if you like it, go ahead, go for it. Just don't put the whole can. I only put like one, probably not even half of the can. I didn't even put half of the can in, so. All right, so now it's time for me to put it in the pan and mold it and all that great stuff. Hold on. All right, y'all, so there is the plant-based meatloaf. Even though it is done, I have to go ahead and put the wonderful sauce on it. And I need some of this, some of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, because you gotta have a nice topping for your meatloaf, whether it's plant-based or not. Okay, so go ahead, put that on it and put it back in the oven. Let's see here, go ahead, put that beauty back in the oven for another about 10, maybe 15 minutes. Okay. So even though it looks it's plant-based, it still look good, don't it? Base and all, it still look good. Whew. That's that good old meatloaf. All right, y'all. So this is what it is looking like, this plant-based meatloaf. Yes, it is soft, but you know something? It's not real meat, so you can't expect it to be firm like real meat. But I tell you what, it's very good. All that goodness right there. Oh yeah. Plant-based meatloaf, beyond meat, beyond beef. Oh yes, that's about to be good. That's about to be plated, go on some plates and be real good. I want to have me a meatloaf sandwich tomorrow. Sure do. A plant-based meatloaf sandwich, and it's going to be good too. All right, y'all, with some mustard and pickle on it. Ooh. All right, y'all, be blessed. Bye now.